Facts. We got Kayla, Tay, my boy Dre. You know me, I'm Tone.
Straight
What's happening?
Facts Podcast. And today, Tone, what we talking about, man?
Well, we're here to discuss pride culture,
Yeah.
inform us ignorant folks to what's happening in their world.
Yeah. And how we came up with this idea pretty much. I was on YouTube, I seen a video where what was an interview? And the guy was saying, like, I think there should be no pride parade, there should be no pride month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was pretty much just against like everything involving pride. And I was like, I don't got no problem with Pride Month, pride parades. So I was like, the only thing, I don't even want to say issue. The only thing I don't really agree with is when people are pushing pride on kids, especially young kids like in elementary school. I feel like that's doing too much. But hey, I'm all for there being a pride parade, pride month, and just there being a huge pride culture because at one point a lot of people couldn't come out. They were talking about
right.
So you guys are, how can I say it, are part of pride culture, correct?
Definitely a pride culture,
And how do y'all feel about pride culture? One, can y'all each give it like a background on your experiences?
I feel like everybody's a part of the pride culture. We're like how everybody's a part of the black culture. We're all. I don't like to put stuff in like one category or this is this and this is that. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when people say they're pushing it or they're pushing it on kids, like what is pushing it? You know what I mean? Like what does that consist of? Me being who I am and being open with it, that's pushing it on a kid, or what you mean by pushing it on what does that? Like,
so you're asking me specifically.
Specifically.
Okay, so when I say pushing it onto kids, mm-hmm. I would say, okay, so back in the day, mm-hmm. now I'm an early '90s baby, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't really see kids at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old talking about they were gay. And you didn't really see the commercials and mm-hmm. Gay acts and movies and series and television shows. Where now I feel like not everybody, not all, but there's a lot of people who are kind of almost like they're cool. I don't want to say cool with it, but kind of like with the Dwayne Wade thing. It's like if you're like 10 years old, how do you know? Like I'm not with the whole sex change thing at like 10. Mm-hmm. How do you know what you want to be? It could be a phase. I think when you get 18, you can do whatever you want to do, but I wouldn't allow them to have a sex change after like in elementary school or even middle school. And some people almost promote it to kids. Mm-hmm. Like if I had a kid, because I don't have any kids, but if I did, I had no problem with them being gay, but I'm not going to force it on them. I'm not going to promote it to them. I would promote what has traditionally been promoted, man and woman. But if they get, say, middle school, high school, and decide, hey, I don't want to do that. I want to be gay. That's cool. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to say, oh, like, hey, you can be with a man or a woman. I'll let them decide that.
But I agree with you on a lot.
So, do you feel like pride culture is going too far?
I definitely think pride culture is going too far, like, especially since I came from that time. Like, I tried to come out in the time where it was like,
where it was an issue.
It was an issue, but at the same time, it's like, for me, I'm going to promote love is love. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's who you choose to mess with, then fine. I don't want it to be based off of like, oh, you should be with a man or you should be with a woman. Like, so it being presented like that, I feel like that is like, and for like, you know what I'm saying, pushing it on kids for real. They're going to be with who they want to be with. Like, now, I'm not going to tell them you should be with a man or you should be with a woman, like, because I live my life how I'm going to live it. Like,
now, you say it's going too far. In what ways is it going too far?
A couple different ways. I feel like, I definitely feel like there should be a pride month and everything else like that. But I just think like us in this community, I feel like people need to carry themselves with a little bit more class and just, you know what I'm saying, less aggression. Like, it's okay to demand your respect and, you know what I'm saying, let the world know that, like, we're here and we're going to be here whether you accept us or not. Like, I just feel like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like, rawr, like, I'm gay, like, I'm here, I'm right here. Like, so I don't give a fuck if you respect me or not. It don't got to be like that. Like,
okay.
Everybody's not.
Do you feel like it's gay men and women, or one or the other?
I think it's both, honestly. But I don't know, man. There's a lot with it for real, because it's like, yo, like, how are we demanding these people to, you know what I'm saying, respect us, right, and accept us, but we don't even do that amongst ourselves in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like with the transgender versus the real women thing. Like, how? You want respect from the same people that y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all's all alike, how are you tearing them down? Like, it's like I don't know.
Do you feel like pride culture is going too far?
I don't think pride culture is going too far. I feel like us as just people, period, you're going to demand your respect, and you're going to want that from whoever. So if I'm sitting here saying I'm gay, and why do I can't be myself, and why do I gotta have that because you're not comfortable or you don't respect that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm bad, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I like what I like, and for them, if for gay people, like gay men, gay women, if that's what they like, why do they have to not demand that respect? If I want to be like how you're out with your husband and you guys are whatever affectionate and out in public, why can't I be like that with my significant other? Why? Because it makes you uncomfortable? No. That's why I feel like when it comes to the gay community, they got to demand their respect more, because they get more disrespected more than black, white, especially when you're black and gay in the community. So you're already getting disrespected from that part, you know. And this, now that I'm gay, now I can't be myself and I can't demand my respect and I can't be who I am because I'm gay.
I feel you. Now, Tone, we're not a part of pride culture. I mean, like, we're not gay. But do you feel like pride culture is going too far?
I tell you what, I don't fuck with the parades. Mainly because y'all niggas be causing fucking traffic every goddamn where. Y'all worse than the goddamn Walling, whatever that guy's name was that came through the city. But it comes to a point where a child's gonna be you don't own their life. You know what I mean? You can't run them. You gotta let them be them. You know what I mean? And that's really all I gotta say about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lead with love. You know what I mean? The whole way around. But I'm gonna definitely speak my piece and make my opinion known. You know, however which way to go.
Now, if you had kids, or when you have kids, would you promote like man or woman, or would you just leave that topic alone? Or would you say, hey, you can date a man or a woman?
I would, you know, I'd probably go the traditional route. You know what I mean? But then again, I probably wouldn't even discuss it with the nigga. You know what I mean? Because now we're going like, are you born this way or is it a choice? So now that's
right. Is it something you're seeing?
Yeah.
You think it's cool, or is it something you really want to do?
In our generation, in our era, you know what I'm saying, like early '90s, things as such, you didn't really see it, and that's how you knew that motherfucker
was really gay.
Was really with it. You know what I mean? Because them niggas was really getting persecuted. Now I kind of feel like it's faddish. You know what I mean? Like,
because it's everywhere.
A rebel without a cause type of thing. Like, I have nothing against me, so what's the easiest path of resistance to get some type of identity, maybe, or have an obstacle to overcome, or have a clear-cut enemy? Because everyone needs, like, some type of motivation or a factor, something an obstacle to overcome. You know what I mean? To test your iron, you know what I mean? See who you really are, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. I lead with love and respect, and whatever you do, you do.
Do y'all feel like people are born gay, or that's something they grow into?
I don't think nobody's born nothing. You're born a baby. You're born an infant. Your mind is not, oh, well, I'm coming out, I'm 3 days old, so I'm gonna be gay. Nobody's born.
Yeah, ain't nobody thinking.
So I feel
nobody's thinking.
I feel like you grow to be what you want to be. Like, you understand, kid, adult, teenager. You go through life and you figure out what you want and what you like. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, I do feel like when you're a kid, your mindset is already, you're growing to know what it is. So yes, sometimes like, kids they don't know a lot, but they know a lot. They absorb everything. So if you can't sit here and be like, oh, you're too young to feel like that. How? You understand what I'm saying? I'm a kid. You're growing a kid to be an adult. So kids are going to feel, understand whatever's going on. Like you said, I feel like it's a choice.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you're learning to be, if this is what I want and this is not what I want. Or do I just want both?
Do y'all have any of y'all have kids?
I have kids.
So
I'm raising some. Push them out, but I'm raising them.
do you have any concerns with, say, remember 50 Cent? He said in Hate It or Love It, he said, growing up, I was confused my mom kissing a girl.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your kids might be confused by that?
I don't.
Definitely.
They probably can. I feel like kids are confused. I feel like they're confused. You understand what I'm saying? But if, like, nowadays, like you said, back then we really didn't see it. So if they're already seeing it out in the open, like out where they're at, whatever, like, you know, your kids is with you for the amount of the time that they're with you, but they're also influenced by the outside world more than they're influenced by in the home. You understand what I'm saying? Because kids are rebels. So if they see something happening in the house, oh, I'm going to, maybe I don't want to do, I'm going to, my mom telling me that I should be with this, no, I'm going to go do this. So I feel like they just, when you're a kid, you don't really, everything's a choice. You don't know, but you gotta step your foot in that water. You gotta jump to see if this is what I want, or maybe this is not what they test. Kids test every obstacle that comes with them. School, outside, home, relationships. They're always going to test that. Even if you're telling them this is something that I expect you to do, but it's like when you're talking as a parent to a kid, they're like, okay.
Time out. We getting ghetto.
Now, welcome to the party, Khalil. It's about time.
Thank you.
Let me stop.
I'm sorry I'm late. I
so,
apologize.
We got the rapper, entrepreneur, Khalil in the building.
Big Shady, not the little one.
Late to the party, but hey, he's here.
He's here.
And so we talk about pride culture. Mm-hmm. You're a part of pride culture. Mm-hmm. So do you feel that pride culture is going too far?
So this is a subject that I like to kind of touch on very carefully. Mm-hmm. And as far as going too far, I definitely say no as far as going too far, because I just think that there's just a level of uncomfortability as far as that vulnerable topic. I mean, gay things have been going on for how long? There's gay things going on in the military. The policy is don't ask, don't tell. So this is nothing new. This is just being uncovered. Mm-hmm. I truly feel like I said, the level of uncomfortability has been what has left us so far behind in us being able to move forward. Now, I'm not like I'm pride. I don't go to pride parades or anything like that. And it's not that I don't like it or anything. It's just not my thing. I just never really. Now, will I go? Yes, I've been, but it's not my thing where I'm like, I can't wait to go to the pride concert or pride concerts and all the affairs.
There's pride concerts?
Huh?
There's pride concerts?
Like concerts and, the parades and everything that go on downtown.
Oh.
It's a parade and then they'll have like singers come and
it's a whole.
So are the singers like gay?
Not even.
No. They had Kiki. I think they had Kiki Watt last year.
A lot of people attend pride culture, pride stuff, and that's not gay at all.
I know that.
that. You know, so.
No.
I got a question for you though. I'm gonna cut you off for nothing. Uh-huh. Being a male, I feel like going back to, I'll say, just for years, 80s, 90s, it's been more accepted for women to be gay and not men, where I've heard guys say, I don't care if my daughter's gay, but I don't want my son to be gay. And I feel like it's been easier for female celebrities to come out. If a female celebrity come out as gay, most people ain't gonna care. But if a guy that we never thought was gay comes out as gay, it's like it's a big thing. It's like it's everywhere. So has it been hard for you growing up, letting people know you were gay? Have you had issues? Have you had just any sort of like backlash as a kid? How is that?
Well, I mean, I had brothers growing up and stuff like that. I had brothers. I was raised with my aunts. As far as me coming out, I'll say I had a very different experience than everybody else. Like, mine was very different. So, like, I was not kicked out of the house for being gay. I was not that. It was one of them things. Kayla, me and Kayla go way back.
Wait.
So.
I didn't want to be like that, but we couldn't wait for Khalil to come out and be like,
about time,
nigga. So it was like, y'all, for real.
We were proud of you.
It was already like written in stone, but I was already written off as gay. So even if I wanted, girls, I remember being in first, second grade. Why you talk like that? Why you da-da-da like that? So it was like, even if I had the opportunity to not be gay and go after a girl, if she wasn't in the LGBT kind of field, like, I wouldn't even have had the opportunity. I was written off as gay way back when. Okay. So
in second grade.
Well, like, you know, not exactly gay, but everyone associates the way you move with gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
gay.
Well, now, hold on now. Do you think their view of you had an impact on how you saw yourself?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say, I didn't know for sure that I was actually gay.
So you wouldn't experience it.
So I experienced it, and I've experienced things with females too, and it just was not females, maybe a female, and let's just say the equipment wasn't working. So, like, at that point, it was just like, I
know what I like now.
I mean, and it wasn't even that I knew that I liked it, but I knew what I didn't like.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for me, it was just like, it is what it is. I got a question for you, Dre. Okay, so I've been meaning to say this all day. So, as far as, you know, there were two questions. Is pride culture going too far, and do we feel like we're misunderstood? I do feel like we're misunderstood, because how's this any different than civil rights and black people asking for their rights and wanting acceptance from everybody in the world? What if, you know, the whole gay topic has went so far as there's things being passed, and I'm not political, know really what's going on, but I know there's things in the background being worked to where certain employers, they're allowed to say, oh no, like, we don't want you to work here. But what if my work ethic is way better than a straight black man, white man, but I'm putting them numbers on them, or for me, instance, I'm selling cars. I'm putting numbers on the board. I'm selling more cars than all the straight heterosexual people. So how's that any different than y'all demanding that kind of respect?
I don't think it's any different. Now, I'm far from homophobic. So I don't got a problem with gay people, pride culture, none of that. But
he's asking about discrimination.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point. And to me, I mean, I get discrimination does go on among, you know, gay and gay people in the pride culture, but I mean, I don't really see it. I feel like it's getting a lot better. I don't know if y'all feel that way. I feel like over the years, like, you know, every company I've been at, or every job I had, it's been a ton of gay people, and nobody has treated them any differently. We used to work at the same, you know, company, and we had a lot of gays in there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it is getting better. There are still, you know, those few people who do discriminate, do look at y'all funny, and do act a certain way. I don't, and that's why I wanted to have this episode, because I felt like, I do want to ask you, do y'all feel like as a culture y'all made it? Because I feel like y'all have. And for so many years, a lot of people had to hide, you know, who they were. And no one should have to hide who they are, male, female, gay, or straight. And I got gay family members. I don't look at them no differently. I don't say, oh, this is my cousin, he's gay. I don't do shit like that. So, and a lot of people do stuff like that. Hey, my sister's gay, or he's gay, but he nice at hooping.
Like people that gotta announce it. It's not that you have a problem. It's just because you're embarrassed of something that's going on, maybe with in yourself. Because why do you feel like you have to announce what I am to anybody? Like you said, that's my family, or that's my cousin, but that's my gay cousin. That's corny. Yeah. You're not gonna say, "Oh, that's my cousin," but that's my mixed cousin. She got a little bit of white in her, or
that's my straight cousin. Or
that's my straight cousin. That's not.
It's
I think people
like
a lot of
subtly.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just lacking knowledge.
And I think there should be a pride parade, because it's almost kind of like with blacks when they say there shouldn't be, you know, like a Black History Month, or we shouldn't promote Black Lives Matter. But look at all the things we've been through. Same with gays. For years, they weren't accepted. So I think there should always be a Pride Month, Pride Parade, because like I said, for years they couldn't come out or were scared to come out. And I'm happy that so many gays are proud and can display who they are, and they're not being discriminated at jobs and just in life itself. So I'm happy it's like that, and it's just making our world more diverse and just more well-rounded. And when I saw that interview and the guy said there shouldn't be Pride Parade, I'm like, hold on, man. Come on, are you going?
You don't got to get that far.
Yeah, you're just going a little too far.
I mean, just in regards to the whole pushing thing, I think it just goes back to the whole idea of us all shying away from the simple fact that gay, straight, femininity, masculinity is here. So that's something that maybe we're lacking in our school systems, to where it's something that should be taught. This is masculinity, this is femininity. Like they say there's male and female.
It is taught in school though.
Well, they say male and female, but I'm saying they don't go deep into like,
they go into, I don't know. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Because I've been over here listening, you know what I'm saying? But I just think it shouldn't be about, like, when it comes to, like, being gay, like, those are big decisions to be trying to make as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are some type of, that's something, like, life has to teach you.
Right.
It can't come from a parent. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I always feel like, no, it shouldn't be pushed on kids, because it shouldn't be about, like, if you're with a man or a woman, it should be about somebody treating you right and being loved right and being cared for correctly, because that's what's lacked in both roles.
And they have to figure that out. Who makes them feel good.
Exactly.
But if you're, I do disagree with, say, like, I would, if, like I said, I had kids, I would, like, promote traditional relationships. But I'm not going to say, well, you have to be with a woman, or you have to be with a man. Right. I wouldn't say you have to be with a woman, or you have to be with a man. I wouldn't go that far. I would say, traditionally, this is how it's done. Men with a woman with a man. But if my son said, I don't want that, I want a man.
So, but you bring in a kid in the year 2023, you're like you said, it's being promoted. So you're saying it's a traditionally there. But when I go outside and see on TV, that's not the tradition I see. So is it traditionally?
But
or that's just back in the day tradition, what you was taught?
Well, I would say that's old school.
Tradition.
Right.
Yeah, that's old
school.
school.
That's your own tradition
right.
that you want to carry on. Because in my household, I'm not even going to say he or she. I'm going to just be like, if you're going to be with somebody, make sure that they treat you right. That's what it's going to be about. It's going to be more about an emotional thing for me than a gender role.
Well, I guess I would say that's just what I'm used to, what I was taught. But if, like I said, my son came and said, hey, Dad, I don't want a woman. I want a man. Then cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, you ever see the Best Man Holiday, not Holiday, a little series?
Yeah, I know.
Where Morris just was mad. I wouldn't do nothing like that. Like, if he told me, like, I see them playing with makeup, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And if as you should love your child, I'm gonna support you, and we gonna be all right.
So if you see like you said, but your son is 5 years old, right? There's no other females in the household. It's just you, the mom, and your son. But if your son decided that he wanted to do makeup, or he's to put makeup on his face, are you gonna be like, oh, don't do your makeup in front of our son because I don't want him to da 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 da. But if he's telling you, but if he comes to you at 5, like I like makeup, you're gonna be like, oh, you're just a kid right now. You don't know.
I don't even know because I don't have to be in that situation.
I don't even know. I feel like when you have a kid, you have to be like in that situation and be like, oh, if I'm not going to, because it might really make you feel like, damn, I don't.
No, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be mad. I'm not saying you wouldn't be mad, but it'll definitely have you like, you'll start to question what you're doing around your kid or what you're doing wrong. But it's like, you're really not doing anything wrong. You're living, this is your truth and what you're living in and stuff like that. But if you want to, if your kid's coming to you in that situation, you really don't want to just be super like, oh, this is what it's a traditional, this is what I know, because that's not going to be their tradition. That's going to be not what they're going to know in the outside world. Like I said, your kid is in the house. Outside, they're getting influenced by every which way possible.
And one thing I will say that I do like is back in the day, you never really seen gay sex scenes. Well, I don't want to say I like it, but I would say that. I would say.
But you like the girl on girl was a thing.
Oh yeah,
you're okay. Then you do like.
I mean, I would actually promote it a little bit more.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's good that for gays they're able to see that, because for years they probably like, yo, where the gay people at on TV? Where the gay people at on Power?
On the late night
now you see it all on Power.
When you wake up at 3 and got them where's
in the adult world, it's dope to see, but
so y'all don't feel like, hey, y'all don't like the simple fact that they're now showing it in commercial. I see commercial 2 dudes kissing. You see on Power, on Ghost, they be,
Like I said, that's why I go back to it needs to be a more of a teaching kind of thing back into the schools. Yes, we talk about masculinity, femininity, but no one talks about gay, straight. There's no course about LGBTQIA, and I think that will alleviate some of the bullying, some of the suicides that people go through, because at the end of the day, like, if you don't know it, you're just uncomfortable with it. Right. If you didn't know if say for instance you didn't know anything about being gay, and you're just straight, that's what you were taught in your household, straight. So when you see me, you're going to be looking like, ooh, what's going on over there? Because it was never taught to you. You only know what you know. So it's just one of them things where I feel like we're just, knowledge is everything. And it's ignorance that it's not taught. And it just creates a bigger divide. When there's a bigger picture, is that me as a black person, like, y'all know the gays go hard. So it's like, I have to tread very lightly on, I know the gays are going to be my fan base. So it's like, I might not understand everything that y'all got going on, but I'm going to try to understand. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, no, I would never, or that's wrong. Because who am I to say that?
Yeah, I don't even like calling them the gays or the pride culture, because it's like,
I'm sorry if I offended anybody.
No.
We all just in here not trying not to get canceled.
I don't think it's that.
Let's call it what it is.
It's just I feel like
LGBT.
We don't say
no, because honestly, I don't even like the title because they're trying to put pedophiles in the same categories as gays. Like that's
we don't say the straights, so
so I feel like
people.
Yeah. Now, I want y'all each to answer this question.
I'm bisexual as fuck. It is what it is.
That part.
Do y'all feel like we got ways to go as far as like pride culture? You feel like we got ways to go as a society as far as how we treat gays? Mm-hmm. Or do y'all feel like we made it, we here, everything is great?
I feel like
we came a long way, but we still have a long way to go. And I just feel like us as the community, we could just present our fight in a better way. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't have to be, like for the Civil War, the civil rights and all that, they fought in a different way. Like, it doesn't have to be so much aggression. That's just my biggest thing for it. Because we're here. We're not going to be denied. It's undeniable now. But you don't have to be so aggressive.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Khalil?
I think that we're here. Yes, we are here. We're here to stay. We're going nowhere. Do I feel like we need more to be publicized? Absolutely. We need to be in more movies. There needs to be, because think about over the years how many movies there's been out, and this little bit, like we're supposed to just be happy with that little 1-2, like y'all did that, y'all was in this part of the movie, but how many movies has been made without gay scenes? Like we're way behind as far as,
and another thing too is
not even sex scenes, sorry, but just like interacting as a family.
When it comes to movies, I think what will help is every time in a movie, if somebody's gay or comes out as gay, it's like a big shock in the movie. If we stop that, and if we start having more NFL, NBA players that are openly gay.
Y'all talking about like more presentation. I feel like instead of it being for the gay to be entered, or whoever it is, in the pride community to be, when they're being presented, it shouldn't be the automatic shock of these guys doing it or these girls doing it. It should be like from the beginning of the movie, like this lesbian couple, they're raising a family together, or this dad or this dad, these dads, they're raising this family together. It's more of a,
not a scandal.
Yeah, it's not like such a punch to the face, like, oh my God, like, wait, hold up. Like, I wasn't ready for that. Like, as far as like when it's, introducing a softer way, it's like, oh, okay, like,
It's more, I think, the older generation who like, oh, what's going on there? Yeah. But I think anybody like 35 and younger, I don't even think we care.
We don't, for real.
And I think that's just us as millennials, and in general, like we just don't care. We're going to come in the room and we're going to own the room, and that's just that. You either take it or leave it. Bills are going to be paid. I'm going to get a good night of sleep, and that's just that.
I honestly like that there's more out there now, like, and it's not so much in the closet or so much not a shock when somebody finds out something like that, because a lot of people had to just hide for so long because you are afraid or what somebody's going to say or how you're going to get attacked and stuff like that, just for being who you are, living in your truth. So I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with blacks, whites, gays, everybody, straight, all that. So we ought to be one happy family.
That part.
You feel me? Yeah. But I do appreciate y'all all coming through. The straight facts. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and pride culture is not going too far.
It's not going.
Y'all a little misunderstood by a certain group of people, but y'all here. You know what I'm saying? So the people who don't get it, fuck them.
And I appreciate you creating this space for us to even be on your platform to, express. Let us hear a different side from everybody's side, and not being so one-sided, and actually listening and hearing what we got to say before just writing us off. So thank you for that.
Let's be more leaders, and let's teach more. Let's educate them more.
Like that.
We don't have to be so kick the door in. You know what I'm saying? Because we already here. We past that.
It's way past that.
Let's teach them. Let's educate and show more.
So it's like when they shunning out on the TVs and stuff, they should be. They should be, because a lot of people's doing it. A lot of kids are getting raised by 2 moms, 2 dads, 3 moms, 3 dads. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm just saying, that's how life is now. Y'all seeing more. It's not just 2. It be them 2 and him, or him and her. But
if
it's
you
just
out
like,
there raising
that's just
a family with 3 moms, whoever you are in the middle,
because listen, like they said, it take a village.
Oh, that part.
So let's talk about it, okay?
The village is a village, okay? They got a lot of different people in the village.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
gotta
here
wrap this
for it.
up though.
All right.
I appreciate y'all coming
for sure.
through,
Thank you.
and we out.